class. My name is Sergeant Barry. Just to get things started off, who in here feels that driver's training is important? All right, well, if you don't, I'm going to give you a few reasons why it is. Without proper training on military equipment, you may not come home from your next field exercise. Driver's training is important to the success of our military and the safety of our servicemen and women. Today we will discuss the process to getting prepared and scheduled for driver's training. How properly trained operators benefit the military. We will also touch on the dangers of untrained operators in the military. Most of the information I am covering today comes from safety.army.mil, quotegarden.com, heartquotes.net, National Highway Transportation Safety Administration.gov, and USPS.com. First thing you would need to do would be schedule driver's training. To do that, you must have a valid civilian driver's license, accident avoidance card, and a commander's interview. You must contact your training NCO to have them schedule you a slot through S3. And before you come to class, you need to be sure you cancel all appointments and that you have no overlapping obligations. Now that we have talked about scheduling classes for driver's training, let's look into the benefits of being well trained in the military. A properly trained equipment operator is less likely to be involved in an accident. So if we are all properly trained, the probability of us saving the military lots of money and ourselves is highly probable. Ernest Greenwood stated, and I quote, "Accidents, particularly street and highway accidents, don't happen. They are caused." If you notice the chart that I've passed around, due to increased requirements of training and, of course, things such as safer automobiles, accidents in motor vehicles have reduced by nearly 50,000 per year over the last 7 years. In theater, a well-trained equipment operator can perform his task quicker and safer than someone that is not trained. Those of you that have deployed, you know the quicker you can get out the wire, get your job done, and get back in the wire is the safest way possible. Properly trained operators in the military can also begin training new recruits as quick as possible. And we all know how important that is. Now that we have learned how to prepare for driver's training and the benefits of being properly trained in the military, let's dabble a little bit in the dangers of being untrained in operating equipment. Many of you may remember on February 2nd, 2007, Private Matthew Zimmer, age 18, Specialist Alan E. McPeak, age 20. Both of these soldiers were killed in Iraq due to a blue-on-blue situation, a friendly fire. I know when I was in Iraq in 2007, our TTP was friendly forces. You flash 3 times, you expect 2 flashes in return. The question we have to ask ourselves, were these soldiers properly trained? Did they know how to operate the Humvee correctly and how to flash the lights? Or did they even know our TTPs on what to do, flash 3 times and receive 2 in return? This is an answer we may never know. So being untrained can keep you from performing well in your job and keep you from getting promoted ahead of your peers. If you operate a military vehicle and you are not properly trained, it could possibly ruin your life forever. If you will notice the other chart that I passed around, you will see that accidents are responsible for approximately 35% of all teenage deaths. As you can see, with the easy process to obtain, the benefits of having, and the dangers of not having proper training are all clear-cut reasons on why you should attend driver's training. Driver's training is important to the success of the military and the safety of our servicemen and women. I have proven this to you today by discussing the process on how to prepare and schedule driver's training, the benefits of being properly trained to the military, and also the dangers of being an untrained equipment operator. I am going to conclude with you today with a quote by Robert K. Greenleaf. He stated, "The only test of leadership is that somebody follows." So I hope you take my advice seriously today and attend driver's training. Any questions?